Hello, my name is Andy Peterson, Village Manager with the Village of Bayside. I'd like to provide you today with an update on the status of the Bayside Municipal Water Project, the voluntary water project that's scheduled to take place in 2015. This is the latest update as of December 10th, 2014. On the screen, you will see a map that is probably most of you are very familiar with. This map is currently on the Village website and can be viewed in greater detail on the website. Looking at the map, the properties in gray are the areas of the village that are already connected to municipal water. The properties in the green color are the 2015 project participants. That represents the 490. The properties in the almond color are those that are not signed up but could potentially sign up in the 2015 project, as they are on the routes that will be served in 2015. The yellow properties are the properties that have signed up for the association. However, there is not enough interest on those particular roads to be included in the 2015 project. The black lines throughout the map also represent the areas where mains would be run down those particular streets. And then in blue, you'll see the mains, the water mains that are already built and run throughout the Village of Bayside. When we look at the overall status of water in Bayside, currently 40% of the homes in Bayside are served by municipal water. When we add to that not only the number of homes that are currently served, but those that are signed up for the 2015 project, 69% of the Bayside homes will be served by municipal water. When we look at the overall village and determine how many homes have access to water, that number represents 86% of the homes will have access to water after the 2015 project is completed. Previous maps have indicated that streets and routes are either strong, medium, and low. What has changed over time is that as the engineers have continued to develop the plans and specifications, those are now classified into whether or not a street is in the 2015 project or not. The factors that determine whether or not the street is included include the density or the distance between homes. The shorter the distance between the homes, the more advantageous that is from a cost perspective. That also includes the length of the water main for the street and the number of hydrants, valves, and other infrastructure that needs to be included. Other factors that include the type of construction that needs to be done, whether it's an underground directional bore versus an open cut excavation, can impact price and whether or not a street can be included. Restoration is also a factor. One of the most important factors, obviously, is the number of signups. The more signups on a road, the more likely it is that a street will be included, but it also needs to be tied into conjunction with the other factors I've discussed. The engineers are also looking at the current utilities and infrastructure in the right-of-way to determine logistically how feasible it is to have water main go down a particular street. The next series of slides will overview different portions of the village. The first map on the screen currently is the area west of Regent Road and south of Ferry Chasm, so we're looking at the southwest portion of the village. You can see Village Hall property on the top right corner and Port Washington and Brown Deer Road indicated. This area was primarily developed as far as municipal water during the 2013 project. There was one road that did not was included at the time of the 2013 project, which is Seneca. That is indicated with the black line, and those houses, 6 houses, will now be served as part of the 2013 project. As we move north in the village, the map on the screen now shows the area west of Regent, north of Ferry Chasm. This area primarily is for the Orchard Highlands subdivision, as well as Sleepy Hollow and Laramie. You'll see on the map the black lines represent Sleepy Hollow, which will be served by municipal water in the 2015 project, as well as portions of the Orchard Highlands subdivision, including Jonathan Lane, Sequoia, and Dutchess. Continuing our tour around the village, this area is the central area of the village, located in proximity to Bayside Middle School and Ellsworth Park. It's from Regent Road east, south of Ferry Chasm, and west of Lake Drive. You will see the streets of Greenvale, Fielding, Pelham, Rexley, King, Ellsworth, Maitland, and parts of Glencoe, and also Manor will be served under this project. The areas in black indicate the routes and where the pipes will be located. The properties in green will be the ones that have already signed up, and then in the almond color are the homes that could potentially be served but not yet signed up for the project. Heading just a little bit north in the village, you'll see the area bounded by Ferry Chasm Road to the south, Regent Road to the west, and Lake Drive to the east. In this area, this was the area that actually received and generated the most amount of interest in municipal water in this second phase of the project. The roads included in this project are Ravine Lane, Bay Point, Ferry Chasm, Thrush, Pelham, Laramie, and Regent Road. You will again see all the properties in green that are currently project participants, as well as several homes in the almond color that are not signed up as of right now, but have the potential to be part of the 2015 project. We've now moved to the far north and east part of the village. This represents the area of North Lake Drive, the private drive association in Ozaukee County, bordered by Lake Michigan on the east, the city of Mequon to the north and west. You'll see that a pipe does come up the private drive and serves all the way up to the northern end of the cul-de-sac. The homes in green are the project participants as of today that have signed up. As we head down Lake Drive, you will see this map represents Ferry Chasm Road to the south and Lake Drive as far as the western boundary. You'll see the areas in black that indicate where pipe will be run. This area will include the Lake Drive as well as parts of Tennyson and parts of East Bay Point Road. It'll also serve some of the private drives that come off of Lake Drive to the east along Lake Michigan. As we look at the final area of the village, this area is east of Lake Drive, south of Ferry Chasm. You'll see several roads indicated on the map where the black lines are again that indicate where pipe will be installed. Those include Bayside Drive, Tennyson, both the north and the south end, parts of Standish Place, Hermitage, as well as parts of Meadowlark, and then again Lake Drive down to Glencoe. You'll see that certain areas of the map do not indicate that pipe will be installed. That is either because properties can be served from another road, maybe they're at an intersection, or there has been not enough interest in those areas to be served by municipal water. Again, the properties in green are the ones that are currently signed up and are project participants. The properties in the almond color are those that have the ability to sign up but have not yet signed up as part of the 2015 project. So with all of this said, what do you need to do now? If you want water and have already joined the association, the one thing you need to do is decide whether or not you would like to prepay or finance your portion of the project by April 1. We will have more information that'll be forthcoming in the middle of February to help you make that decision. If you haven't joined the association but want to be part of the 2015 project, you need to check to make sure your home is in the project area. If it is in the project area, you need to review the association documents, complete the contact information form, the certification of formation document, as well as complete the waiver and consent of special assessment form, and bring a $300 check made payable to the Bayside Municipal Water Project number 1 to be included in that project. That should be done as soon as possible. The earlier the better, but no later than April 1st of 2015. All of these documents are available on the village website, or if you want to stop into Village Hall, we'd be more than happy to assist you with that as well. So with all of this information that I've gone through in approximately the last 20 minutes, what are the most important things to remember? First, 656 homes can potentially be served by this project. Out of the currently 656 properties that can be served, 490 or 75% are currently participating in the project. At the end of this project, over 86% of the Bayside homes will have access to municipal water. The engineer's estimated project cost is $6,465,810. The current projected assessment is estimated at approximately $680 per year in principal, or over a 20-year period, $13,900. That is based on 20-year financing. I must reiterate that that is for the principal cost, and additional finance and interest charges will be applicable and determined in the early part of 2015. The association is currently soliciting bids from companies to install private laterals to achieve the economies of scale as indicated in the presentation, and we should have that information and be able to distribute that in the early part of 2015 as well. And finally, just touching on the B-bond financing that will be available. To reiterate, it requires a maximum not to exceed special assessment number, which I mentioned and is indicated above. If the cost exceeds that maximum assessment, the project will need to be rebid and start over. As part of that financing, you'll be able to amortize your payments over 20 years, and importantly, your first payment will not be due until January 31st of 2017.